And of course, it turned out pretty good. That's how come I worked in that shop as long as I did, because I was crippled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've had so much done to me, and I tell people that. That's just about all that's happened. The rest, my leg broke twice, the disc removed, and this the heart, and everything's happened to me. And they just don't believe it, like the typhoid fever and that. He said, "Buddy, why you still around here? You know."
I hope you've got 9 lives.
Yeah. But they're getting pretty close to run out.
I don't know. Didn't you say something about Uncle Grayton not letting you drink when you stayed at his house? He wouldn't let you
Oh
drink
yeah, that's
moonshine?
another thing. Me and Monroe and oh, what's her name? One of Uncle Ellis's girls. What's her name? One of them married one of them, and he went with us. And Lowell, that's Uncle Ellis's boy.
Mm-hmm.
We went up on the head of Licking, and we bought us a gallon of, well, maybe 2 gallons of moonshine. That's where we get it from, Head of Licking up there. That's up to Mom's brothers up there, Uncle Bell's, Tony.
Mm.
And we was coming back. Frank, oh yeah, Frank's one, married this one, his name's Frank. And old Mono, he'd get back at this mule, he gets runs, gives a big jump right up on behind the Lowell, just like that. So Frank, he tried it, and he had that half-gallon of whiskey down in the sack, and stove his foot in one, busted it.
Oh.
And but he took his hat off, and he was starting to holler, and he was trying to catch Breaker out of that hat. And then, about no great and fine, me and old Mono, the church put on a pie contest, selling pies like they do, you know, just back in it. Then we had this half-gallon whiskey hid in the cornfield. Taking the boy, he tried to follow us, and one would go one way and one would go the other way, you know, so we'd make a circle. We wouldn't go to it if he'd follow the wrong one, you know.
Right.
But we did it that way. He'd get on us, boy, he didn't want us to do that, you know. But boy, his wife was awful good to me. The advantage she was. To all of us, she'd cook big breakfasts and everything for us.
Mm-hmm.
She was awful good. I don't know how we all stayed there. I tell you, all them kids and us too. It's made out, you know.
How long did you stay with him?
Honey, off and on. I don't know, maybe I was down a couple times or 3, but it just like, you know, like a month, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
2. Because them, you was having a ball all the time, you know, was kidding around, playing horseshoes, playing ball, doing something, you know. It's,
Mm-hmm.
And then old Mono went one time to bean stringing. Talked into some girls, you know, there's going to be some girls that talked into it.
Mm-hmm.
No, one time. I remember that too. Boy, there's one girl there, she had pink eyes, just pink in the whitest hair ever was. She was only about, looked like 15 or 16,
Mm-hmm.
and called her albino.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I never seen anybody look like that, you know.
Hmm.
But they used to spring beans, they have bean stringing and all that. Well, Dad had a corn horn, just like I was telling you, kill a couple of sheep or whatever and put on a big feast, that, you know, and all
Mhm.
these people come all the way around and give them a hand, you know. Used to be. But they still mean every one of them wore pistols
Hmm.
on the side. And it wouldn't be nothing to find somebody dead for the kill here in County. I mean, it was kind of rough. Dad had a bunch of bees. He had about 12 guns. And it come some Sundays, he'd go out and rob the bees, you know. Boy, that was a picnic always.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd take us out sometime in the birch trees. Back spring when the sap was up, you cut a birch tree down, it's up about 40 feet maybe, cut it down, trim it up, and then they'd take the bark off and scrape it. And there's the best sap and sweetening, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the best taste. You can just imagine how it tastes. It was real good. I mean, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But that make a picnic out of it, you know. That's place taking a basket. That's what we do. Just like that'd be a picnic. But now, like I tell you again, that birch trees like that you don't see anymore.
Mhm.
You don't see the chestnuts, you ain't got them anymore like you used to have. They all died out. That's the reason down there to Guy Campbell's, we'd sell, get them posts, chestnut posts, because the woods is full of dead posts.
Mhm.
And he just give them to us, and Dad'd sell them for 2 cents a piece, and we'd cut them.
Mhm.
And Millard Stanley, Howard's dad, that's how come Doris got acquainted with him. Drove a big semi and haul post, him and his brother. They'd come down and get them posts. And they'd take them. And Ann would have married this one guy, his name was Birch Hopkins,
Mhm.
but he got killed in a car wreck.
Mhm.
Not a car wreck. It's a doggone thing you ever see. Crabtree boys, I think it was them. He went and stole the car. And Dad and them, I got the same right there it was. They put rouge on and lipstick. No. And they come after Bill and Pearl and them. And Dad died, and they come and they picked him up. And first I know right now is a Buick he'd stole or something. So they went to Hillsboro. And the sheriff, got after him. And they drove that car right down Pinhook, man, down through there, I guess, right down there. And the house was on the side of the hill. And they went up behind the house, parked that car. And Noel and Pearl, I think it was Snigger, they run in the house and went up on top on the roof to get that on that house.
Mhm.
And they shot the back end of the car full of holes.
Jeez.
It could got killed, and all that. Beat anything you ever saw.
Hmm.
But that car sat there for I don't know how long. I don't know how long it did sit there. Whatever they did with it. But rough times.
Hmm.
It was pretty rough times, I tell you. They get into it. Yeah.
So you guys probably didn't even know there was a depression going on because you were just always poor anyway, right? Or
Right, honey. Right. See, we thought that's all about life and
that's the
everything.
way it is.
Yeah. We didn't know there's people eat like the ones didn't know how up in here. There's different kinds of people. Like I told you, that we caught everything in the world when we come up here, though. The measles,
Yeah.
everything.
Did your dad actually work on the farm, or did he just make you kids do it all the time?
Well, he didn't do very much. He made Holly when he was home at that time. Plow. He did the plowing, and we did the weed cutting. He did most trading.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he did get the calves and the stuff. He'd go around and find some farmers got calves and they skin in poor and they didn't know what to do with them, get them for little or nothing. And then he'd bring them and turn them out in the cornfield where he'd eat the bottom leaves and wouldn't hurt the other,
Mm-hmm.
and get them fat, and then he'd sell them.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a lot of that. I don't think he had much. He didn't have too much money, I know, at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But he was pretty bad about drinking back then too. He was pretty bad about it. He'd ride a horse, and the horse would come sometimes out and have to go looking for him,
Mm.
find where he fell off the horse, maybe 2 miles, 3 miles from the house, maybe somewhere. But I don't know how my mom put up with it, but and she had, I mean, to have a kid. One of us, she'd work in the morning, and that afternoon have the baby.
Yeah.
Didn't have no doctors, just had somebody's family, And she got married, I think, when she was 16. And about 35, I think she had the 12 kids.
Hmm.
That's having one every year, which we say every year.
Hmm.
And she's going to have none, I guess, when she got killed, what I hear. Grayton, he had put him on a bottle.
Yeah, he was the youngest. Right?
Yeah, he was just a small baby when she got killed.
Hmm.
Yep. And I go down there now sometimes, and you get in you know, in the eastern part now, you can see these little kids still around barefooted and
Mhm.
raggedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It's something else. We lived through it.
You probably don't remember too much about your mom, do you?
No, I just, well, when I was that age, but still, no, I remember quite a little about her. I know I don't think she's ever, I never seen her, hear her go to one of the kids or nothing most days. I think your dad did enough of that. Really. Oh, yeah. Like I said, the animals, this, you know, that's what it was.
Mhm.
We had a hog, a chicken get in the hog lot, that hog would run down and kill it. I mean, everything was kind of rough.
Mhm.
I remember they had to cut up, they call it a back log, it's about this big around, and put it in the fireplace in the back, and then build a fire in front of it. That'd be the, stay all night and burn, keep it warm. That's how they did it down there.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's amazing how people can learn about different things. It's like me now, I can live out of the woods. I know just exactly how to trap animals or get food or what roots or whatever.
Mhm.
I can live out of them yet. But back in, honey, the nuts, you could find hickory nuts, as big ones, were all over the ground, all the time. Walnuts, butternut, black, all of them. It was there just for picking up.
Yeah.
Every bit of that. All of that. Nope. It's just like, and everything, it's just like it's cattle and everything. It's like all the manure and everything. He'd go back on the gardens and everything went right back
Mhm.
where it come from. There wasn't no, what I mean, it's all recycled. Just, they never piled up or, it's all recycled all the time.
Mhm.
It ain't like this other stuff where they put all this,
Preservatives.
yeah, and all this stuff that makes people, you know,
Mhm.
have sickness and all this stuff. Like I said, just like me getting typhoid fever, I thought water's water, you know, and just drank it like that. But it was something. Yep, but I tell you what, enjoyed it. We did, because we had enough of sisters and brothers to play with and do, you know,
Mhm.
kept us real busy. We went to bed at dusk, got up at break of day.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole corn, one thing or another. But till I started working that shop, you know, and I spent the other 40 years in there, 42.
So were you in Jackson during World War II? Is that where you were?
Well,
Or were you still in Ohio?
no, I was in over to Stockbridge, over in there where I was selling wood. I told you,
Mhm.
Gordon Wood and that, Jim Mesters and them over there. And then they sent me a paper that I had to go to Detroit to get checked out for the Army.
Mhm.
And Monroe got worried that I was going, and he went. And I didn't pass. Because every time that old sergeant looked at me, he says, stand flat-footed. Well, when I stood flat-footed, I've been down on one side. Stand straight. Then I'd come up with a tiptoe. And he'd holler again. I looked at him, I said, man, don't you see what's the matter? You know, he kind of cooled down a little bit, but a lot of people puts on,
Right.
and I remember that one thing, what they had is hot dogs and sauerkraut. Every time, I went 3 times.
Mhm.
He reclassified me 3 times. But Monroe, he went. Yeah, he went. I think he was just 16 years old
Hmm.
at that time.
He's the only brother that you had that went, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or Johnny wasn't in World War II, was he?
No.
He's too young.
No, he wouldn't, he was just in camp when he got that, I heard the stories about that, sis, is, they operated on him for appendicitis.
Uh-huh.
And when they did it, he got cancer. Died.
Was
That's
that
what
World
they
War
tell
II though, or was that after World War II was over? Well, was it after you were
That'd
married?
have to be afterwards, Roxanne.
Yeah, because
Because Sue, there was Grayton and then him.
well, and he died after you were married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was 49.
Jared was 6 months old.
Well, that was 50 something. That was a lot later.
But he made a mistake, and he said anyway.
Yeah, well.
And now I can understand. I'll tell you, sis, when I was in the Boston Hospital, I didn't think I was ever going to get back to the house.
Yeah.
It's a hard feeling to feel, but it was. And then the nurse, the people said, your family, top, the mom tried to get rid of him, and then they said, how you treated at home, how's your wife, and all of that, because nobody wasn't around at that time, you know,
Mhm.
first. They thought I was getting bruised. Now I looked at her that kind of like. I told him, I says, I told her, I says, I think I got the best family in the world. That's what, you know.
They tried to call Bonnie and she was at church, and they tried to call me and I was at church.
Mm.
And then they all went over there after church, and that's when they was doing it. I don't know what they'd done if we hadn't went there and couldn't get a hold of him. Send him anyway, I guess.
Ellis called, and that phone was right on the bed, just like this, you know. I just reached up and get it. He called, answered the phone. He says, I said, hello. Oh, he said, I'm sorry, I think I got the wrong number. You know, just like that. And then he said, turn around. He says, is this a hospital? I said, yes. Who is this? You know, I told him, I said, this is your dad. He said, boy, you don't sound like him. He
That's
said,
terrible.
yeah,
He didn't even
did.
know ya.
He did. You can ask him. He said, I think you got the wrong number. You're just going to hang up on me. Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me what you were doing in Jackson before you met Mom. Did you like go out to the bar every night, or what'd you do before you got married?
Oh, man,
Don't
man,
start
man,
that
man.
round.
You spent all day
Oh,
working
no,
in the
man.
factory, and
No, then I'd go out. That's when Charles and Esther was together.
mhm.
And Phyllis Lever was Esther's best girlfriend. So they got a hold of me when we go with her, you know. So I did. I went with her a few times, and something happened. I don't know what happened, but me and Junior Baxter went to Plymouth to that bar, and we got drinking, and he had a patch over his eye. Come back driving, he did up pretty good.
Mhm.
And out by the prison, they had a bridge come to the little bridge right there, you know, but none of that. And he hit that bridge with a car going, I guess, I don't know, 60, 70 miles an hour.
Mhm.
And that frame stayed back to one end, and the body went all the way to the other end. I mean, and me sitting up there in it, walked away from it. Sitting up on top of the, what you call it, we walked away from it at that time, but that was bad. Anyway, it got back, and Charles and Esther and Phyllis, maybe, you know, us back then, I had a couple drinks. They got on to me pretty heavy, because said I promised to be there to go with them.
No.
I got kind of peeved, and I said, I go where I want to go with anybody. Oh, I messed around with them for a while. And like everybody else, you think you're going to do something else, and that, you know, and everything turned around. But that was, you know, just the other times is just going here and yonder. I remember with old Homer Patton. I stayed with him and Eddie Shepherd. They was married. I stayed with them for I don't know how long.
Mhm.
And still worked at the shop. And this guy was in love with this woman, and she had 2 daughters, I guess, and she went and he come out there and they had building this house. Anyway, he hung himself. Got in the tree and put a rope around his neck and hung himself. And then one of her daughters come running to me and old Homer Patton, and she stayed there holding him up. And that Homer Patton, he couldn't say a word when he get that, and he stuttered. And I mean, and he couldn't do nothing on it. And we took off him down there, got him down. He just came in for, well, got him down, come back to, called the rescue squad. The cops come out. I thought they were going to put us in jail for hanging Homer.
Jeez.
Patton, he stuttered. He couldn't tell the police what happened. He kept on, you know. Finally got it across to him, you know. And that guy, he ended up marrying her. No, Ada Shepherd, before she married Homer Patton, me and Lucille Shepherd, Ada Shepherd, they had an apartment, and me and Mondo eat dinner. They fix us dinner. We'd be working to the roofing company, and we'd go there and eat dinner all the time. Because, you know, it's just down home cooking, and it was good, you know. And then we'd pay them what we'd, we'd like pay a restaurant.
Right,
you know,
for board or
yeah,
whatever.
to eat, you know.
Right.
So that went on for quite a while. But yeah, I stayed with him. And then this woman come from Kentucky. She was after me one time. She had a wreck out in front of the prison and all of that. Man, I tell you, Roxanne, you go through a lot of things, honey, back then.